Alright, so today we've got a bit of a different video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about For Honor's newest event, Blades of Persia. For the first time ever, UB hooked me up with early access so I could check things out before release, which is actually pretty cool, and I appreciate them for doing that. That being said, this video is sponsored by Ubisoft. Now, if you couldn't tell already, this is another crossover event in the same vein as the For the Creed event, but instead of Assassin's Creed, we get another Ubisoft title. This time, it's Prince of Persia. I've played my fair share of Prince of Persia games, my favorite one being the remake they did that released in 2008 on the last gen consoles. That game was actually beautiful and was easily one of the most stylish games of that year, and that's saying something if you go back and look at some of the titles that released that year. Anyways, in this video, I want to just talk about what's going on in the Blades of Persia event and show off some of the stuff in store. So let's not waste any more time and get right into it. Alright, so let's start off with the big thing, the event mode itself. It's called Ruler of Time. It's another twist on Dominion. We'll be playing on a take of the harbor map and run through the mode as usual. The twist this time being that the prince will come crashing down onto the map and attack anyone who he comes across, and whatever team manages to take him out will earn a pretty good amount of points. Of course, you can still earn points in the traditional way, but now there's another reason to get moving along the map. The prince isn't just another bot. He zips around the map and can wipe an entire team with his feat-like abilities. After he spawns, he'll immediately start fighting whoever he comes across. He's already got boosts, but on top of that he can teleport around the map, do a spear storm type ability called the Spears of Fate, and can heal himself after you knock all his health away. Also, when he teleports to someone, he'll Superman punch the time out of them, knocking them down in slow motion. So be careful if you're around the ledge or anything because he will knock you right off of it. As for the map itself, it's still harbor, but it's been updated for the event. It looks great with the sand just covering the map. All of the water has been replaced with sand. The minions have been changed. We got some skinny sticks, some beefy boys. There are also a few unique hazards that I like. There are these spike traps on the ground around the map that will pop up and damage heroes if they get caught. And my favorite change is that the pit here is gone and has been replaced by these small saws that scale the walls. These are the sort of environmentals I like, and I'd like to see these stick around. Anyways, this is the second time we've seen this map get a makeover, and I think this one is just really pleasing to look at. The mode is actually pretty fun when things get going. That extra 150 points you get for taking down the prince can really swing the tides in a game. And since the prince can teleport and heal when he's low, he can be pretty unpredictable. He can even heal himself from being ledged. I threw him off the ledge thinking I grabbed some easy points for the team. Then as I was rezzing my teammate, he blindsides me. When the prince is in play, he really just disrupts the game. If you're having a 1v1, he'll just pop up and gank one of you guys or just show up and wipe both of you. There are often just huge fights around the prince. Sometimes it will be a 3v3v1 where everyone is just trying to get the last hit on the prince, but since he has the Spears of Fate feat, he can literally just wipe the entire fight in 2 seconds. It's nice. I enjoyed my time with the mode and I'm going to continue playing it with you guys. So now let's move on to the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass is actually pretty important when it comes to this event because it's how you'll be earning some of the event specific loot. And by that, I mean that there's basically another free pass that's being added for the duration of this event. Think of it as the free pass that's already in the game, but each tier gives you a new reward. There are 30 tiers, each with its own reward, so there's no empty space. And the unlocks include this event set of battle outfits, new ornaments, a new effect, and a few other things like salvage and steal. And I like this. It doesn't have everything in there, like the new weapons, but if you're just playing, you know exactly what you're going to get and when you're going to get it, rather than everything being totally random like before. There are some effects in the past that I missed out on and regret not nabbing, like radiance on a few heroes that I wanted, and this makes it really easy to get what you want. And since everything is stacked together, meaning you'll get all the Knights emote effects in the same tier, or you'll get all the Wulin battle outfits in the same tier, you don't have to grind out each and every hero, and there's less luck involved, which is something I can definitely get behind. Of course, if you wish to rush through this pass, you can buy the tiers with steel, and if you already own the premium pass, you'll get a 10% bonus to the points you earn from finishing matches. The stuff in the battle pass isn't all of the cosmetics this time around. There are of course the new sets of weapons that I'll show off toward the end of the video. There are 2 new illustrious outfits that come along with this event. One is Ratash's army and the other is Sandgray's servant. I really like the latter. I like the sand flowing from the hero and I like the way it looks on a few executions. Side note, you can use these colors on the attacking team. There is also a new execution that costs 10,000 steel called the Blade of Fate that I think is pretty cool. It reminds me a bit of the battle pass executions we got not too long ago, but I really like how the blood is frozen in time. It's a nice touch that we haven't seen before. Along with it is this season's mood effect, Sabulous Times, which is earned from just playing and grinding through the battle pass. You can also earn points in the pass from playing arcade mode. There's a new weekly going on called The Lost Prince. You'll fight alongside the prince for a few chapters and eventually go up against a variant of the prince in the final chapter, which is pretty nice. And finally, onto the weapons. As I said earlier, these weapons are still lootable, meaning that you'll be able to get them after a match has ended. As always, every character received a new set of weapons. I won't show off every single weapon, just a few of the ones I like this time around, like Jean Hu's, Black Priors, Shamans. I really like Conqueror's Shield, Peacekeepers, and Ara Mushas. Anyways, that's all I've got for this video. The Blades of Persia event is live right now, so you can log in and play right now. As always, I do want to know what you guys think, so be sure to talk to me down in the comments about anything we talked about in this video. And again, thank you to Ubisoft for sponsoring this video and providing me with early access so that I could check these things out early. Also, be sure to click the link in the description to find out more about the Blades of Persia event. Now, if you liked the video, feel free to leave a like and sub if you're new, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.